Yo, yo, yo. Another day, another adventure. I'm gonna have to move over here. I got this crazy, or sit like this. What up, everyone? What is that? It's something weird on the screen. What up, everyone? What up, internet fam? What is good? I'm just at Whole Foods right now. I tried one of these salads yesterday. It was really good. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Anyway, what's up? I'm gonna go sit over here because there's that crazy light like directly behind me. Just at Whole Foods charging the electric car. I shaved yesterday, by the way. Would you ever go back to Belfast? I would totally go back to Belfast. Why is it hard to vlog here? You know, interesting. It's just because I'm back. Like I'm back in my home place, and it's just really hard to pull out a camera. Like it's just really hard to. It's not hard to live stream though. not in Whole Foods. You taking us on an adventure. I know a lot of my international subscribers want to see vlogs in the U.S. I'll definitely vlog in the U.S. You got to order some vegan pizza. That's what's up. It's been a minute. I know. I haven't uploaded a video in a little bit. It's been a couple days. Yeah, it's been. I don't know. I've been kind of lagging. I haven't really been doing much lately, and I don't know, this weekend was awesome, like hanging out with the crew, but ever since this weekend, like I've been just kind of chilling by myself, you know? So I don't know, just haven't really been vlogging. Do I miss traveling? Not really. Not really. Out of sight, out of mind. Like I've been traveling so much this year, so it's kind of like I'm taking a little break. So I don't miss it right now. But now since you bring it up, I kind of miss it. One thing about traveling, I feel that I don't get lonely as much. Like I feel like crazy lonely here, like in SF for some reason, like crazy lonely. But when I travel, I don't feel lonely just because it's so much easier to meet people. Here, I don't know. It's not easy to meet people, I would say. You come back to the UK. So I was looking at flights for the UK. For round trip, $280, like round trip. Like it's so crazy. Brooklyn is missing you. I know. No, I'm back in SF. Oh, I think I just answered that question. No, I'm not getting any sponsorships. Dude, I'm telling you, YouTubers don't get sponsorships when you make videos and it says that I almost got arrested by the military. Like, no sponsor wants to sponsor with a YouTuber with videos like that. So I'm not really looking for any sponsorships because when people sponsor you, your content has to be like up to par. You know what I mean? Not up to par, but it has to be. It really depends on the sponsorship, but some sponsorships they want to see your videos before you upload them, and I find that as a problem. Because if I'm trying to express something the way I want to express it, and if they have to look at the video, they may tell me like, no, don't upload this video. And that's kind of like sort of censoring me and telling me what I can and can't do. So that's one reason why I'm not that big a fan of, that's really why I'm not that big a fan of sponsorships. I mean, that could be really beneficial, but at the same time, you can just come up with more creative ways to make money and save money, more importantly. That's kind of what I do for now. Yes, I wanna do my own thing. I'm gonna go back to the Baltics, Lithuania. I don't know. Like I wouldn't mind going back there because it's a super chill place. Like it's super chill. What I mean by super chill, like it's it, I don't feel that I stand out as much there. Obviously, I must stand out because I look very different, but I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of eyeballs there. It's very inexpensive. There's really good vegan food. Uh, it's, I mean, by the Baltic states being very small, all of them are pretty easy to get around. I mean, there's buses going from this city to that city. The cities are usually small. I mean, it is a pretty cool place. Maybe I'll go back later in the year, but I kind of have some more countries on my list right now, and I'm trying to figure out when to leave because I wanted to stay in the Bay Area for 2 months, and I want to take like sort of like a trip in between, like a just a little mini trip going to like maybe Vancouver because I've never been to Canada, and that would be country number 40. So I thought I could knock out Canada and then spend another couple weeks back in the Bay Area. But like I don't know, as of this week, as I've been working, I'm thinking to myself, yo, it's so freaking expensive here that it's actually cheaper for me to just leave and not work. Like it's literally cheaper for me to leave and not to work. Just live off of like YouTube money, like for real. Like it is literally cheaper because I'm literally working and like it's like when you're working all day, yeah, you're making money all day, but you're also out all day. You get hungry, you get thirsty, you spend money. And the other day, no, 2 days ago, a friend and I, we went to Veggie Grill and I spent like $32 on lunch. Like that's a lot of money to spend on lunch. And then the other, not yesterday, but the day before, I think I spent like $25 on lunch. There's this new like vegan place that opened up. And then yesterday, it was another like $22 on lunch. Like that's a lot of money to spend on lunch. Like when I'm traveling in like a lot of European countries, I don't spend $22 on food the whole day. And there might be food and drinks, you know, but around here that's like one meal. Like it's I'm just thinking I should probably get out of here soon. I'll eat off Groupon. But there's like this new like vegan place that's just open and it is like, dude, it's crushing. They have these milkshakes that are like $9. The best vegan milkshake I've ever had. Like hands down the best milkshake. Like it tastes so much better than a traditional like dairy milkshake, like as I can remember. It was just incredible, yo. So how I afford to travel, dude? It's so easy how I afford to travel. San Francisco is just that expensive. Like pretty much every other place I go to outside of San Francisco is cheaper except for Switzerland. And even London was cheaper. Like yeah, like San Francisco is like crazy expensive. Like, and also I don't have an apartment here. I don't have a car. I mean, I have a car now because I'm renting a car for a week. But when I'm traveling, it's not like I'm paying for a car note. It's not like I'm paying for bills that your normal person would have to pay for. And I'm like minimalist, so I don't own a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of things. Merch. There's a couple of reasons I haven't worked on merch. Yo, thanks a lot for the super chat. Like I'm just been scrolling and just talking. St. Nicholas, thanks a lot, man. It looks like you donated like £1, but then it shows up here as 1.30 cents. This is the dollar conversion, you know? So, when am I traveling again? That's a tough question because, like, I don't know. Like, I want to go. I should go home to visit my family because I haven't been home. But then I also need to go to New York to make like a video with Alex and that other skateboard, which that's probably not going to happen. And then I just need to like book flights and go. I'm really thinking of South Africa and China. No, South Africa or China. These are two totally different places, two different regions. And each one would be a different trip. I haven't figured out which way I would go. If I pick South Africa, I would travel throughout countries within the South African region, like within the southern tip of Africa, like Namibia, Zimbabwe, countries in that region. If I would go to China, I would probably just spend like a month in just China. But China's so big that you can spend a month in China. One main factor is cost because South Africa is not crazy expensive. The flights to get to South Africa are more expensive. Flights to China, I can actually get a flight to China for free, for the most part. Another thing about China, I'm doing this because I want to maximize on YouTube. So if I would go to China, I know for sure that those videos would get a lot of views, like a lot of views. A lot of people want to know what's going on in China. But what I'm trying to figure out is what would be, like, I think, well, obviously South Africa would get a lot of views too. But I'm trying to figure out where can I get the most bang for my buck. Because a lot of subscribers, a lot of you guys watching online, you guys may say, like, go to this country and go to that country and go to this country and go to that country. But what I'm looking at as the creator, what I'm looking at as the one that is actually paying for all of this, I'm looking at costs and I'm looking at, like, look, how much money can I actually save, okay? I definitely want to go, like I said, I want to go to 100 countries in my lifetime, but as of now, like as of this year, like I've literally been burning through like a lot of cash. So I'm thinking if I would go to China, I could roughly get a flight for free instead of paying $800 to go to South Africa, or it'll be more like $1,000 to go to South Africa. So I can basically get a flight for free to go to China. Once I get to China, things in China aren't crazy expensive. I don't think it's going to be as cheap as South Africa, but China could be very, very interesting. I'm still on the fence with where I'm going to go because Africa definitely rings a bell a lot, but I'm just looking at costs and I'm looking at how much money I'm going to spend over the course of 1 month. When I'm in San Francisco, that's usually $3,000 to $5,000 a month, okay? Like, that really depends on, like, if I'm renting a car, if I'm buying gas, if I'm going back and forth to LA, like, that's just, like, typically the money I spend. And then if I go to a place like Thailand, if I just go to Thailand and stay in Thailand, like, I can get away with spending maybe, like, $1,500 for the whole month. So you guys see, like, if I can make $4,000 a month and I'm only spending $1,500, I can save a lot of money, right? Like, I can invest a lot of money out of that. But if I'm making like $4,000 a month and I go to a very expensive country that's going to cost me $5,000 to travel through that month, or $4,000 or $3,500 to travel through that month, I'm not going to save any money, or I'm going to save less money. That's kind of how I'm playing the cards. Typically, what I want to do is I want to go to a place, stay for cheap, travel for cheap for like a month, fly back to the U.S., make more money, save more money, invest more money, and then fly back and go to another, like, more expensive place that I'm gonna burn up more cash, stay there for a month. That's kind of how I want to play the cards. I've just been talking for a minute. Wow, how do I get $4,000 a month? Because I make money. Like, I'm probably gonna make like $6,000 this month because I actually work. Like, people think that. I guess people don't think I make money. People don't think I do stuff, but I work. Like, I've been working like all this week. My wife says you can visit her. That's funny. You would a bunch of self-control for destination. So anybody, would you guys be down with traveling? Like, if I'd say, yo, let's go to this destination, would people do it? So it's not all from YouTube. Like, I don't make that much a month from YouTube actually, but it's all the other links and little partnerships and little things that pay me extra money, So we have another group ride this Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Exploratorium downtown. It's on the Embarcadero, so you might want to look it up. If you join the Facebook groups, you can get more information in the Facebook groups. I don't necessarily think it's going to be really cheap in China because of the trade war. I think it's going to be cheap in China just because it's going to be cheap in China. I don't think the trade war has anything to do with it. How cold is it? It's chilly. Like maybe it's about 55 degrees, but it's sunny right now. And if the wind dies down, it should be a nice day up until about maybe 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Then the wind will pick back up and it'll start to get chilly. That's if the wind doesn't pick back up and get chilly earlier, you know. I'm just watching how this guy like just left his food right outside, like just sitting there on the thing. And then he just came inside to get something. Like I would totally not like leave my food just sitting there outside. Wow, he's been gone for like a minute now. Huh. Like, that's just something I would not do. Like not in this city. Maybe because I travel a lot or something. He's like still not back. Like let's see how long it takes this dude to get back. I can see him. I'm not gonna put him on camera, but I can see him, but he can't see his food. You know, like I just think I would not leave my food out. Like, that's just me. What do you think of the new iPhone? So I'm not getting a new iPhone. No, because number one, I'm actually very confused with the pricing with the new iPhone, and number two, I don't want to pay $1,000. Like. That's just my thing. I don't want to pay $1,000 for a phone, and I won't even be paying. He's back finally. I won't even be paying $1,000 for the phone. I'll be paying like $1,200 because I got to get the one with more space. So what I'll do is just keep my iPhone 7 and probably just wait until the new iPad comes out, and then just get the new iPad because I would rather pay $1,000 for a new iPad, but not $1,000 for a freaking new phone. Oh, 60, nice. Oh, I never answered your question. Let me go back up. I think you skipped my last comment. Do you still do bike deliveries while you travel? I'm a bike carrier. I find your videos. Yeah, I still do deliveries. I just don't do deliveries as much. I do deliveries in a car or on a skateboard. It's crazy. My phone battery is already at like 20% or something. Yeah, the dollar is sinking. No joke about that. But all of the West is sinking, yo. Like I don't know if you guys noticed, but look at Europe. They're not doing too hot. No, I would actually be North Korea's on the travel list, and actually Iran is on the travel list. Yeah, I would love to go to Iran. When will you be using your electric bike again? I have no idea. That's a good question. I should probably get rid of it. Dang, I like missed so many comments. Yo, thanks for the super chat. I'm scrolling. What happened to the super chat? Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. It has been a great morning. I'm just downstairs charging an electric car at Whole Foods. Oh, Linda, thanks. And yeah, I have to, I'll make a video today or something like that. I'm gonna be traveling really soon, so I'll definitely make a video then. I'll probably do something electric car related just because that's what I got going on in my life right now. Charge an electric car. How long does it take to charge an electric car? It depends on what charger you use. There's two chargers. There's the fast charger and there's the regular charger. The regular charger that's the type of charger that you would charge overnight. You know, like you would charge at 6 p.m., you would leave at 6 in the morning, your car would be fully charged. With the fast charger, by the way, you can charge from 0 to 80% in I think an hour and a half. But then from 80% to 100% it takes a lot longer to charge. So for the most part, I charge to 80%. Or if I charge to 80%, sometimes I may charge to like 85 or 90%. But after 80%, it charges like really slow. So it's just not worth using it. T. Kelly, what's up? I'm still driving rideshare. I see you. I'm still trying to see Jermaine status. Yeah, I do. Just I'm actually doing rideshare right now too today. I kind of don't exactly want to vlog it because it's just boring. Like, it, I think it's boring to vlog because I've just vlogged so much and I've vlogged rideshare so much too that now when I do it, like I don't even want to. I feel weird like vlogging rideshare. Like, I've been vlogging in like 23 countries this year. Like, to just come back and like start back to vlogging in the car is not the best thing to do. Vlogging on the skateboard's different though. Vlogging on the skateboard's fun. Does an electric car really save on gas, or does it cost about? No, electric car saves a lot on gas because when I'm renting this electric car through Maven, and it's $259 for a week, and that includes this card that you can get free electricity. So you can charge at Whole Foods for free. There's like a ton of places in the Bay Area you can charge for free, and whenever like you can just go to a Whole Foods and charge. And usually on a normal day, I may put $20, $25, $30 of gas in the tank. And now since I'm using an electric car, I don't have to pay for gas. So it's pretty cool. Oh, so actually no, I'm actually not saving up money to travel. I understand that it kind of looks that way. I actually came back to the U.S. just to make more content in the U.S. and to make money and save money actually, but not necessarily save money to travel. Mainly just saving money to grow like investment accounts. So that's one reason I came back. Otherwise, I could have just stayed outside the U.S. and just continue to travel because I do make a pretty decent amount of money like off of YouTube and off of Amazon, off of links and stuff like that. Like I can actually afford to travel and not come back to the US. But I actually like coming back to the US because I have sort of other deals and things like that going on. Yeah, I know that guy did have two pairs of pants on. It was really weird. But that's one reason why I do like to go back and forth. On the next trip, I may actually stay for longer. One reason why I was coming back and forth is because of TaskRabbit. If you go 60 days without doing a task, they basically kick you off the platform. This was one reason why I kept coming back and forth to the U.S. because of TaskRabbit. Like I didn't want to stay gone longer than 2 months, and also I had to check my mailbox because I have another business. I don't really want to get into this other business that I have, but I have to check the mailbox at least once every month and a half or so. This is another reason why I come back and forth to the U.S. And when you can find a flight from Europe to the West Coast of California for $140, that's nothing. So that's like nothing to come back. So that's another reason why I like to come back. Be down to start a group. Yes, I'll be down to do a group trip. That sounds like that'd be fun. So on Amazon, I promote Amazon like affiliate links in videos. Not every video, but a lot of videos. No, Africa is not a fear factor for me. What I think a lot of people don't realize that I specialize in budget traveling. In Africa, there's not a lot of budget travel friendly countries on the continent. However, I'm still going to go there just because I'm trying to travel to 100 countries. But that's one thing that I think a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people from the U.S. think that Africa is very cheap just because it's a third world country. But when you really do your research and you really learn, you'll quickly figure out that there are some places that are somewhat cheap and there are a lot of places that are much more expensive than New York City and San Francisco. So, yeah. Can the Italian police come to the group? Yeah, y'all can come to the group. Like, I don't care. Want to hang out to be a YouTuber? Funny. Can you please? Do you ever get any problems at the airport if you travel? 2 months do they have? They spend a lot in detail. Okay, so let's talk about that. So my friend in Italy, we were talking. My friend in Italy, she travels a lot. Well, a couple years ago, she was traveling for 3 years in a row, and she was not going back to the EU. So she was just traveling back and forth, like from country to country to country. What happens when you do that is they stamp your passport in majority of countries. Some countries they don't stamp your passport, but majority of countries do. When you fly into the EU, this is one reason why I really like traveling to the EU. When you fly into the EU, like let's say if I fly into Paris, I get my passport stamped in Paris, and I can get on another flight and go from Paris to Spain, and they don't stamp my passport. I can get on another flight from Spain and go to go to Italy, and they won't stamp my passport. So that's pretty cool. Like I can go from country to country, and I'm not being stamped because I'm in the EU. But once you get out of the EU, every country you leave, they're basically going to stamp you. So your passport can literally get really colorful after a year or so, you know, from traveling, especially if you're doing this for 3 years. So what my friend was telling me is she was saying that just lose your passport. Once you get once your passport gets too many stamps, like lose your passport. And what she means by lose your passport, she doesn't mean by like you're in China and you take your passport and you throw it off of a bridge. No, she's not talking about that. She's talking about when you get back to the U.S., just like apply for a new passport, you know. And if they say what happened, if they ask what happened to your passport, just say you lost it. This way you'll get a new passport and you won't have like stamps in your passport. Like for example, certain stamps can just really trip you up. Like when I went to Colombia, I came back to the U.S. Like I got like shit, right? But I noticed whenever I went to other countries, like they never paid attention to a stamp from Colombia. However, some countries may. Some countries may look at your passport and say, oh yeah, you were in Colombia, and they may give you a hard time just because you're in Colombia. Another example is Iran. Not too many Americans are jumping on flights and going to the country of Iran because, yeah, not too many people are going to Iran. But if you would go to Iran, there are countries that would not allow you to enter their country just because you have been to Iran. I knew a guy from the UK who went to Iran and he tried to come to the US. They banned him for 5 years. So he cannot come to the US just because he went to Iran. Actually, he went to Iran for work. So in that case, if I would go to a country like Iran or North Korea, because I'm pretty sure if you tried to enter a country like Israel and you had a visa from North Korea in your passport, I'm pretty sure they would not let you enter. However, I don't know if North Korea would even put a visa in your passport. They probably won't put anything in your passport. But I would almost, pretty sure if you went to Iran and you tried to go to Israel, they would not let you in. So, but if you had a brand new passport, you could. I'm just giving you guys some examples, like examples that I can guess off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure, if you've been to, I don't know, let's look at some of the comments. What made you move to the West Coast? Because the West Coast is the best, yo. I don't really like the East Coast of America that much, excluding New York. I don't really like the culture there. I like the whole California, the chill back, the laid back, the beach type culture. Have you experienced any racism abroad? For the most part, I haven't experienced. I experience way more racism in the U.S. than I do abroad, anywhere. It's always the U.S. It's always it's always the U.S. Excluding Italy. But honestly, I would put Italy. I would say Italy is a shithole country. Out of all the countries I've been to, that's my least favorite country. I would still go back though. I would totally go back, but it was definitely my least favorite country. I mean, I like Switzerland. I like Singapore. The countries that are worth traveling to. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to go to Italy, you should still check it out. I mean, it's still a beautiful place. I just had a bad time there. I had a hard time. go falafel in the South, Tennessee again. I'll go to Tennessee soon. I'll go to Tennessee soon. Tennessee is fun. Go to Sweden next. Sweden. Only if I can get some Swedish fish. Life. I feel like so great that I'm talking to you guys. I don't know why. Yeah, why racism still exists. Because there's things out there that divide us. That's why racism still exists. There's one of the boosted guys out there. Yep. I don't know. I'm getting dead. My phone's gonna die soon. Yeah, I shaved yesterday. It feels so nice. So nice not to have any hair. Give us some tips on how to make money. Money on how to make money. I would say you got to learn how to save money first. That's what you got to do. I feel the security guard so wants me to leave. But if he says anything, like I just walk over there and go buy something, you know? I'll just be like, yeah, I just need to get a bottle of water for 49 cents, you know? When's your birthday? January 25th. You guys want to, I should put a PayPal link in the video, in the description, so you guys can send donations that way. I'm from Tennessee. When's your birthday? Ride share again. Save money, make money even better. Yes, it's very true. It's very true. So anyway, I think I'm gonna end this stream because I'm gonna go down, grab the car, go for a ride, make some money, that sort of thing. Top 3 albums of all time. I can't answer that question. You guys want to start a travel group? Like, I'm trying to figure out where people want to go. Like, should it be like a shallow trip? Should it be something like Cancun, or should it be something slightly farther away, like Europe? But then also, for certain people, it's gonna cost completely different amounts. Because if you live, you know, near the West Coast, you can find super cheap flights on the region. But if you live in a place like Texas, it's gonna cost like way more. So that's another thing I was thinking about. Like it would kind of be like lopsided, you know. It's something we can do. Oh, you remember that? You know that same security guard? Yeah. I don't know. Usually security guards at Whole Foods are pretty chill. But, you know, you always run across that one that's kind of like, what you doing around here? Oh, I'm just shopping, bro. What you doing around here? You working? My bad. You from France? Okay. I'm going to try to get to New York. I don't know. Because I'm loving this weather here right now. It's cold as hell outside, but I'm still loving this weather. Yeah, but anyway, I'm out. I got to go driving. Peace out, yo. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for the super chat.